One number on the scale just erased 3 months of progress in your head. 3 months of showing up, 3 months of eating the right things, 3 months of doing everything you were supposed to do. But one weigh in made you question everything. This is a common comment and concern I get from clients. But that number doesn't measure what you think it measures. The scale may measure your weight, but it doesn't measure your actual progress. And right now, you're letting a number dictate how hard you've actually been working. And to decide whether you should quit, adjust, or keep going. But the important thing to remember is the scale is only one metric, and you're treating it like it's the only one that actually matters. Let me show you what I mean with an example. Imagine a fighter who's 29-1, 29 wins and only one loss. And imagine all you think about or all you talk about is that one loss. Not the finishes, not the title fights, not the years of work it actually took to get there, just the one loss. And that's exactly what you're doing with the scale. You've been showing up to the gym consistently, your clothes fit differently, you're stronger than you were 3 months ago, your energy's better, and people are starting to notice. But the scale went up 2 pounds, and you're ready to throw everything away because of it. You wouldn't judge someone's entire fight career off of one round. The record matters, all of it. So it's not just the number on the scale. And I've lived both sides of this. 3 or 4 years ago, when I was out of the gym for at least a year, I would say, I was weighing around 185 pounds. And then I wanted to restart my fitness journey. So I did a lot of strength training, relearned movement patterns, got back to the basics, and then eventually I bulked all the way up to about 205 pounds. Once I did that and I built a really solid foundation and actually did a proper bulk, I decided I wanted to see what a proper cut would look like. So I cut all the way down to 175 pounds. The funniest thing I noticed was when you put that picture of me at 185 pounds next to me at 175 pounds, not only did I look leaner, but I actually looked bigger. 10 pounds lighter on the scale, but a completely different body. More muscle, less fat, better shape across the board. And I say this because if I only looked at the number, I would have assumed I actually went backwards and I lost size. But that wasn't the case. And then on the other side of this, I made this mistake, and this was actually more recent. I repeated the same cycle this year, except I didn't bulk up as high as I did the 205. I got maybe around 190, 195, and I wanted to get back down to 175 for my cut. And I got a little too fixated on that number. I started training for high rocks, and I started taking boxing a little bit more seriously. So my training intensity was very high. I went in too big of a deficit, and even when I was noticing my performance start to dip, I got way too fixated on getting down to 175. But what happened was my performance dipped, my energy tanked, I was feeling weaker in the gym, my joints were starting to break down, and I just didn't feel good. And this was all because I was chasing a number on the scale instead of just listening to what my body actually needed. The scale told me one thing, my body told me a completely different story. And this reminds me of a quote by Alex Hermosi. The scale doesn't measure how hard you've worked. It doesn't know you hit a PR this week. It doesn't know your clothes fit better. It doesn't know anything about your progress. So stop giving it that power. If your clothes fit better, your lifts are going up, you look different in the mirror, and you feel way better, but you're mad about a number on the scale, you're tracking the wrong scoreboard. The scale is only one stat, but here's what actually tells the story. Your lifts. Are you stronger than you were last month? Your consistency. Are you showing up 3 to 4 days a week? Your pictures. I recommend you take some at least quarterly because they won't lie that the way the scale can. How your clothes fit. If your jeans are looser and your waist size has gone down, but the scale didn't move, that's still a win. Your energy, your sleep, how you feel when you're in the gym. These are the stats that actually matter. The scale is only one stat, and stop letting it be the only one that actually matters. Next time you step on the scale, I want you to ask yourself, is this fact or is this just feeling? Fact, your lifts went up this month. Fact, your clothes fit differently. Fact, you have more energy than you did 12 weeks ago. Feeling, the scale went up 2 pounds and none of that matters. Don't let one feeling override the evidence. Keep it logical rather than emotional. And stop making very important decisions about your progress based on how one number made you feel.